Welcome back. In agriculture module 1 already we discussed now about the agriculture. We discussed about the three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. Agriculture come under the primary sector. Primary sector. In agriculture we discuss about the it is a scientific method of cultivation the crops, vegetables, fruits, all these. Next is agriculture, what it requires the inputs. We discussed the physical inputs, human inputs and the processing also. And here what the factors are affecting the agriculture: climate, topography, soil, irrigation, water facility, rainfall, temperature. These all factors how it is affecting the agriculture also we discussed. Now we'll see in the module 2. Today we'll discuss in module 2 types of farming. These types of farming depend on the labor. Agriculture it requires more labor to do all the processing activities are there, no, plowing the land, seed, sowing the seeds. Next one, manuring, fertilizers. It may be artificial or it may be natural manure. Next one, irrigation of the land, weeding. These many processes are there, harvesting. So some crops require more skilled labor. Suppose tea is there, they have to pluck the leaves, tea leaves, and coffee and sugar cane. In this they cannot input the missions, it requires the labor. So the types of farming based on the labor. Next one, capital, it requires the investment also. Capital also it requires large capital. Some crops, plantation crops, it requires the large capital, money. Capital means money. Okay, next one, based on the land. Some land forms very small holdings and some lands are very big lands, plain lands, and based on the temperature. So based on this, the types of farming is divided into mainly two: subsistence farming, and commercial farming. Again, subsistence farming is divided into intensive farming, primitive. So here again primitive is divided into shifting cultivation and nomadic. Next one, commercial farming is there, no. Again commercial farming is divided into three types: commercial grain farming, mixed farming, plantation crops. In detail, this all types of the farming we'll see in the PowerPoint presentation. In detail we'll see. In this module 2, we'll discuss about the types of farming. These types of farming based on the technology, investment means capital, how much they are investing, and the geographical factors. It depend on, it divided into see here farming is divided into subsistence farming, commercial farming. Basically two types of farming is there. Again this subsistence farming is divided into intensive farming, primitive farming. Primitive farming means again it is divided into shifting cultivation, nomadic herding. This is beginning when the agriculture it is started 12,000 years ago. That time the people started first shifting cultivation, nomadic herding. That's why it is called the primitive farming. Earlier, what the early man used the agriculture. So subsistence is divided to intensive and primitive. Now see here, commercial farming means for the business purpose. They will sell in the market. Surplus they will produce. This is for only their family, little only, but this is for the market purpose. Commercial farming is divided into commercial grain farming, mixed farming, plantation agriculture. Now first we will see the subsistence farming. In this we will see intensive farming. Now see here intensive farming. In the intensive farming, mostly densely populated areas, and here the fertile soil is there. The factors, the soil is very fertility, and water irrigation facility also more is there. That places they will do this intensive farming. Means here factors labor is more, fertile soil is there, and water availability is there. Mostly in India, North India, we can see this one, plain areas. Krishna, Godavari, delta areas, Ganga, Brahmaputra, delta areas. Mostly we can see this intensive farming. Next one, primitive. In the primitive shifting, we discuss no shifting. Now we see shifting. In this shifting cultivation, steps are there. Here shifting means they move from one place to another place. How? See here in the first step, what they will do? First they will select the site. How they mostly it is done in the forest areas. Shifting cultivation, mostly early man they live in the forest area. No, early days they will select the area in the forest area. That area it is with the trees, no plants are there, no, they have to clear the trees, the forest. So some patch of the land they will clear the, here see here they cut down the trees. In the first step they will cut the trees. Next what they will do, this logs, all logs they will burn it. In the second step the farmer burn the woods. Now it became as ash, no, this ash only as a fertile manure to the soil. They won't use artificial fertilizers. This ash only like a natural manure. In the third stage they won't use any tools here like tractor or plowshare. They won't use, only simple tools they will use, and they will start the cultivation. Only for their house purpose only they will grow the crops here. In the last stage, after 3 to 4 years, the soil lose the fertility. They are not using any artificial fertilizers, no. Only ash is the natural manure. It will give fertility only 2 to 3 years. After that, what they will do? They leave this place. Then they will go to another place in the forest area. They left this place like this. So after when they left the place 5 years or 10 years, again this place will start again the plantation, again the forest will grow. They will go to another place, same process they will do. What they are doing, the this all steps same in a new place they will do. This is called the shifting cultivation. Mostly in the forest area you can see this shifting cultivation. Now see in the world where they are doing mostly Amazon basin. See here Mexico. In South America, this is Amazon basin, equatorial region, tropical region. They have the thick forest area, no? There they will do the shifting cultivation. See here, this is the Africa continent. In Africa, tropical. Equator, Tropic of Cancer. This is the Tropic of Capricorn. So near the tropics. In Africa, they will do here. Now see in India where the shifting cultivation, these states are there, no, we call seven sister, no, eastern states. Mostly shifting cultivation in India, eastern states we can see. Next one Malaysia, these places also we can see where the forest area is there, there we can see the shifting cultivation. This is worldwide shifting cultivation. Now this shifting cultivation, they have different names in different parts. See here, shifting cultivation also known as slash and burn. Slash means clearing the forest and burning. That's why the shifting another name is slash and burn agriculture. So it is different names in different parts of the world. Jumming cultivation in our India, Northeast India. We discussed no seven sisters, seven states are there in Northeast India. There it is called as the Jum cultivation. Next one in Mexico. Mexico I shown in the world map, no. So here in Mexico it is called milpa. Next one Brazil. Amazon basin is there, no. In South America. There it is called as the roca. Next one Malaysia. In Malaysia it is called the ladang. This is the different names of the shifting cultivation in the world. Now see here, In the primitive, we discussed two are there. One is the shifting, next one is the nomadic. Here in the nomadic, the people they will rear the animals. It is in the nomadic. What herding is there? It may be the sheep, or it may be the cattle, or it may be the camel. Like this, they will herd in a group. Why they will move nomads from one place to another place? Mostly it is practiced in the dry region, semi dry region, arid regions, like desert areas. So in desert area during rainy season they have the grass. Then in the summer season water is not available and grass also not there, pasture land. That's why surrounding places they will move where the pasture lands are there. Suppose in our India, Rajasthan during rainy season, they will be in the Rajasthan. When the summer started, they will migrate to other places, side neighboring states. What are there? They go with the herders. That's why they are called the nomadic herding. See here, they are sheep. This is. Next one is the Masai nomads with the cattle. They are moving with the cattle. Next one with the camel, desert area, mostly in the desert areas. See here the places where they are doing this nomadic dry regions. See here in Europe continent this is Europe. This is the Greenland is there no above here. Next one see here this is the Africa continent. In South Africa this is next here. This is the Sahara desert. This is fully Sahara desert no. This is Arabian desert. This is the Arabian desert. In India see this is the part of Rajasthan dry regions. Rajasthan, Jammu and Kashmir dry regions. Next see Central Asia. This is the Central Asia, mostly Mongolia, these countries. Here Gobi desert is there. This is the Gobi desert. This is, here is the Thar desert. Here Sahara desert. This is the Arabian desert. Here Kalahari desert is there. So mostly in the desert areas we can see the nomadic herding. So what is the product of this nomadic herding? Mostly the milk products, wool. Next one skin of the animal. Next one we'll see the second type of farming, that is called the commercial farming. In this commercial farming, mostly wheat and maize are the common commercially grown grains. Here this is why they will grow here, to sell in the market. To sell in the market. Mostly we can see the temperate grasslands. Already you know temperate grasslands. In temperate prairies are in North America. The grassland names in North America prairies. Next one steppes in Europe. These areas are sparsely populated. Sparsely means less populated. This temperate grasslands, the population is less, but they have large farms. 1,000 hectares of the land. Hundreds of hectares or 1,000 hectares they have big lands, large lands. And here severe winter also more. Europe continent and here America, they have the severe winters. That's why only one single crop in a year, only they will grow the single crop. If you will take India, here yearly we can grow 2 or 3 crops, but in Europe and America, because of the severe winters, they are growing only one crop, that is the single crop. And here the type of agriculture is known as the commercial grain farming. It was developed in US, United States of America. So here people are very less, and but the large land farms, then how do the cultivation? They depend on the machines, mechanization. Means they will use the large machines like combined harvester, all machines, very huge machines they will use. See here the machine combined harvester. This one is the combined harvester. So here everything is done by the machine. in the agriculture activities, sowing, next one spraying the fertilizers. For a aeroplane only they will spray the fertilizer also. Here nothing done by the manual, everything is the machines only. Next, applying the fertilizers, pesticides. Next one, see here, harvesting, this also done by the huge machines. Next one is the mixed farming. So in the commercial farming, first one is the grain farming, second one is the mixed farming. In the mixed farming, what they will do? They will do the cultivation, they grow the crops, these crops as well as the fodder crops also. Fodder crops means which will give the grass to the animal, that is called the fodder crops. And one more thing, they will do the animal rearing also. In the mixed farming, not only the cultivation of the crops, and they will rear the animals also. See, in their fields only animals are there, they will do this two works. That's why it is called the mixed farming. Mostly we can see in the developed countries like USA, Europe, these places mostly we can see. Next one, in the commercial farming, third one is the plantation. Third one is the plantation. Who introduced plantation? Europeans. First Europeans introduced the plantation crop. Plantation means what? Plantation means in large area. In large area they will grow only one crop. It may be tea, or it may be coffee, or it may be rubber, or it may be sugar cane, or it may be banana. Any one crop in large area, that is called the plantation. Why Europeans introduce this plantation crop? Because the industrialization started in Europe. For industries they need the raw material. Raw material is not there in the Europe. Why raw materials is not there? Suppose cotton textile industry is there. Cotton is not there in Europe. Why? Because in the Europe cold climate and soil also, it required the cotton black soil. It is not there in the Europe. That's why where they went, colonial rule they started. Suppose in India they started colonial rule. Like that, where they went to rule the other countries, in that places they started the plantation crops. First plantation crops started by the Europeans. So here in this plantation crop, see here, this is the coffee plantation crop. This coffee and tea, it required the slopy areas. Mostly we can see in the mountain areas. Why only in the mountain slopy areas? So here water cannot stay in the field. Suppose paddy field is there, it required continuous water. But tea plantation and coffee plantation doesn't require the water. That's why they are mostly cultivated in the mountain areas, slopy areas. So this is the coffee seeds. From the seeds they make the powder. Next one, here see the women, they are plucking the tea leaves. For this plantation crops, they required more skilled labor. Skilled labor, they required more labor, it required. In the plantation crop, large area it required, and skilled labor, more labor it required. Next one, the farms also very large, and here they required the missions also, more mechanized missions they required. Investment also more in the plantation. So this here the tea leaves. The tea is prepared from the leaves. Next, third one, you see what they are producing here. This is the rubber. They are taking the rubber. Means in this again they will do the process to make the rubber. This is the rubber plantation. See here, mostly coffee is the famous in the Brazil. It is famous in the Brazil. Next one, tea is famous in the Sri Lanka and India. Tea is famous in Sri Lanka and India. In our India, mostly we can see in the slopy areas like Kerala, Karnataka, Coorg place. In next one, Assam, where the mountain areas are there, slopy areas, there we can see. Next, rubber is famous in the Malaysia. Rubber is famous in the Malaysia. This is about the plantation crops. Now today task of the day is, why did Europeans introduce plantation agriculture in India? You collect the information. Thank you.